I blast my body with this little immune regimen. Hello everyone, it's Amanda with Eat Pray Crunch, and I just wanted to do a short and sweet little video talking about something that's probably relevant to all of us this time of year, and that is how to stay healthy and to stave off a lot of the bugs that are going around during cold and flu season. So I have a whole little regimen that I do if I feel some sort of tickly, scratchy throat, or if my kids are getting runny noses or whatever the telltale signs are that we're getting sick. I blast my body with this little immune regimen, and so far so good. Knock on wood. This year I have managed to at least keep the bugs down to a dull roar. I have gotten some of the colds, but they have definitely stayed very low key, low grade. They didn't really turn into anything full blown or serious. So I think that at least some of these things in this regimen are doing something for me. So let me just go over what these things are and why I use them in my immune regimen. Everyone in the natural world, conventional world, everybody agrees that vitamin C is an important immune booster. And I have chose this brand because it's a food-based formula, as you can see there, and that just makes it a lot more absorbable by the body. A lot of the synthetic vitamins that you get will just pass right on through your body and won't necessarily be absorbed and be that effective. So I like to choose ones that are often food-based or formulated such that they are made to be highly absorbable. And over here is another pretty well-known herb, which is echinacea, and this one is mixed with golden seal as well. And it is also known to be an immune booster. So particularly when I'm feeling a scratchy throat, I will pop a couple of these guys. Vitamin D is just something that all of us probably should be taking, since so many of us have vitamin D deficient diets, and we are often not going out in the sun as much as we probably should be. Just supplementing with vitamin D is a good way to keep those levels up, which is really important for immune function. And then down here, this is something that my midwives actually told me about when I was pregnant. A natural way to help keep bugs away when you're pregnant, since you don't want to be taking a lot of drugs anyway, is elderberry and zinc together. They've actually done a number of studies now showing that if you take elderberry at first signs of a cold and flu as well, it has like antiviral properties and can help prevent a cold and flu from turning into a full-blown deal. I have actually had a lot of luck with this. This is another thing that I take along with my echinacea. If I feel a scratchy throat coming on or feeling, fever kind of feeling, anything like that, I pop one of these elderberry zinc lozenges, and these things are really affordable. They sell them at most natural food stores, and they're really cheap. Like one of these rolls of lozenges is probably like $2 or $3. So very, very affordable way to keep immunity up. And over here I have my thieves oil. Now essential oil is something that I have just starting to dabble with lately, and my gateway drug, so to speak, or maybe that's not the right term, maybe I should say my gateway oil has been thieves oil. I have had so many friends rave about thieves or whatever variety of whatever brand they use. I think doTERRA is On Guard. There are some that are called like Immune Boost, things like that. But thieves oil is, I think, like the common, general name for it. And this is actually made with Desert Rose essential oils, and I have a friend who makes blends from Desert Rose oils. And so I bought this from her, and I put it in my handy dandy little diffuser here. And I have been diffusing my thieves oil pretty much every day since cold and flu season started. I really do think that it has helped stave off a lot of bugs in our household as well. I will even, like, after we go to the play group at church, you know, areas where there's lots of little kids, snotty little kids and whatnot, I will come back, turn this thing on, and just like breathe in the steam. And I really think that it helps just getting that up in your sinuses and in your airways, to just kill the viruses and whatnot in a natural way. So I've been really digging this stuff. I haven't tried it, but I also have a number of friends who say that once they are sick, now you'd want to be sure to look up the correct dilution of how many drops, you know, with a certain amount of carrier oil, but then you put it on your feet, and I guess that can also, it's kind of like putting Vicks on your feet. It can be an immune booster as well. I had a friend that said that her daughter came home with a horrible stomach flu, like one of the worst she's ever seen. So she diffused the thieves oil and she put it on her feet and her son's feet, and neither of them got it. And it was like a really virulent strain as well. So, I mean, it's all anecdotal and everything, but I have talked to a number of people who it works really well for, and it seems to be working pretty well for us. So while we're on the topic of thieves oil, I recently decided to purchase some of this doTERRA On Guard toothpaste. So that's basically doTERRA's version of the thieves oil toothpaste, and I think that Young Living has a version of this toothpaste as well. I am not loyal to any one particular essential oils company, so I was just going on what was the most affordable price for the Thieves toothpaste. So the idea behind the Thieves toothpaste, or the On Guard toothpaste, is that it has the same, because it's used with the Thieves oil, it has all of the antibacterial and antiviral properties, and you are using it in your mouth. And so that is where a lot of germs enter, is through our respiratory tract and through our mouths. So when you're diffusing oil in your diffuser, you're getting it into your respiratory tract. And when you brush your teeth with this stuff, then you are killing germs in your mouth. So I have started using this every night, or most nights. I'll talk all about fluoride another time, but we actually don't drink fluoridated water. But we do generally like to use fluoridated toothpaste because studies show that fluoride is most effective at preventing cavities when used topically rather than internally. So this is not fluoridated, so I do use this like 4 nights a week, and then I use like my Tom's natural fluoridated toothpaste on the other nights. So this is basically another thing I can do year round to just help keep immunity up. And over here, this is just more echinacea. Oftentimes in the evening, before I go to bed, I like to have a cup of herbal tea. If I am feeling like there's any chance that I might be getting sick, my tea of choice is this one, just to boost my echinacea intake as well in the evening. And this, my friends, right here is classic H2O, just boosting your water intake. It's probably the simplest thing that you can do to help flush things out of your body and keeping your immune system and all of your other systems functioning optimally. That's just a general daily thing that you should probably be doing every day anyway, which I am honestly trying to work on myself. It's easy for me to forget to drink enough water every day, but that is one I am really working on right now. So then I wanted to talk about what happens if we actually do get sick. If we get a cold particularly, there is this herbal remedy called Umka. And you can get this at the natural food store as well. You just put the dosage of drops, or I guess like little squirts from the dropper, under your tongue. And it can reduce the severity of a cold if you do actually get the cold. And one thing to note about this is that you don't want to be taking it simultaneously with the echinacea, because they can kind of cancel each other out. If I do actually have a cold, I will take, echinacea in the morning, for example, and then take Umka at night, just so they're not interacting with each other. And I have definitely found that it helps keep a cold from being too severe. So really love that stuff. Also, if I happen to get a cold or flu, these herbal teas are wonderful. If you have a sore throat, I have found that this throat coat tea works better than the average cough drop or cough syrup, or that kind of thing that you would normally take to relieve sore throat. This tea really works well. And the classic Gypsy Cold Care, this is a tea that like my mom got when I was a little kid, and she used to give it to me when I was sick when I was a kid. And so this is just a staple in our household for once we actually have a cold, just make a nice hot cup of tea and then breathe in the steam to get it in your airways and drink it as well. And it helps to reduce the symptoms of your cold and help your immune system along. Okay, so that's my immune regimen. I hope that was helpful for you guys. And please let me know if there are any other things that you guys do to help keep those nasty little buggers away this time of the year. I am always looking for new ways to help me and Bill and the kids too. I am trying to find kid-safe things as well, because I'm pretty sure some of these things you can't give to kids, like echinacea and whatnot, but I think they do have a kids version of Umka, so I think that's a good choice. And I think that they make elderberry syrup, which is something that you can give to kids as well. Anyway, I would love to hear what you guys do as well, so be sure to leave a comment below. If you're new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and head on over and check out my Facebook page. And thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye.